we won the Blind Guardian contest.
I have all their albums here.
Relationship with the devil, but it's not only this.
It has these fancy covers. You open it and it's
Wow.
like this.
Maybe not metal.
Backstage food.
Alcohol risotto.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't too bad actually, but it was strange.
Spaghetti alla bolognese do not exist.
Hi guys, Nika Rocks here, and today I have Riccardo and Alessio from Stranger Vision, a metal band from Emilia Romagna, Italy. Hi guys!
Hi Nika, hi everyone. Thanks you to have us here.
Thank you guys,
Hi,
thanks for your
Nika.
time. Thank you. Right, okay, well, Emilia Romagna is not a famous region, and at least maybe it's not that famous for metal at least. Would you like to introduce your band? Tell us about your band and about the metal scene in the region in general.
Yes, our band is born in 2019 from my idea, and I called the first to come in was Ivan, the singer that is not here for us with us, and then Daniele, that is the bass player, and then Alessio was the last one to join us, and he joined us for the second album. Really, not for the first one, but because we had another drummer. Emilia Romagna is a nice region for metal because we have so many bands. We have, for example, Trick or Treat or Ancient Bards. We have also DGM guitarist Simone Mularoni is from Emilia Romagna. So. We have a lot of band in Emilia Romagna, so maybe we are not the first one in Italy, but we are competitive.
I like that word. The metal scene, for the Italian metal scene. Wow, okay. And you released your third album just 1 month ago. Are you happy with the outcome?
Well, so far, yes. We released Faust, which is our third album, on November 8th, and it's been a little bit less than a month, but we have already received a lot of enthusiastic reviews, a few good opinions. So of course we have been working on this album for all the past year. So for us to start receiving feedback from a real audience is actually, it's the reason why we worked so hard on this, and it's very, very good to start receiving real feedback.
Yeah, sure. Well, let's talk about your hard work. The album was inspired by Faust, written by Goethe, which is clear from its title, of course. How come this inspiration?
This inspiration came from another time from my idea, and this is the idea of the album came from the thing that we always try to inspire our music from literature. Also, the first album and the second album came from literature idea. The first album name is Poetica, so every songs of Poetica is inspired by poems or books, famous book of the story of the literature. And the second album is inspired by Wasteland from Eliot. And the third one is Faust, and it was inspired by the fact that we wanted to find a poem that was more introspective in comparison for the first two albums. And Faust is well known for the for the relationship with the devil, but it's not only this. Faust is a story of a research, a human research for the truth, and in fact, all the books is narrated in a room. So is based on dialogues, and is based on monologues. So it's deeply focused on the human research and the human introspection. So we liked a lot this story because is what we were searching for. We were searching for an introspective story to build an album, and two album because this is the first act and there will be another one. So we liked a lot in this story, and we decided to go straight and to study this story and to build a concept album near this story.
I was gonna ask you if we should also expect Act 2, because the title says Act 1. So at some point in the future.
Of course. I mean, we have already basically composed all of the song of the two acts, and then we decided to split the work. Last year we focused on one. The next year we will start focusing on the second act. Basically, the whole opera has been written and composed already. I have already recorded the drum parts for the part 2.
Okay.
And, I mean, that's a funny story, because actually last year I entered the studio and I recorded basically like 16 songs, and it's been quite challenging, as a drummer to record so many songs when you enter a studio, you have a short time, and you must be focused, and you must deliver with quality. And I mean, it's been challenging because I had to do it in like 3-4 days, but I did it, so I'm here, I'm still alive.
Yeah. Wow, 3 or 4 days sounds quite intense. I don't know what it's like. I've never hit a recording studio, but wow.
Well, when I got back home, I threw my drumsticks and I said, I'm not going to see my drums for at least 2 weeks. I don't want to know what playing the drums is.
Oh. I see. Well, I'm looking forward to hearing the second one then, of course. Well, it's also quite special for me. I wanted to show you something. That's what I have.
Oh.
It's
I have the same edition. Yes.
You have the same edition because it's in both in Italian and German.
Yes.
Yeah, and I have, I started German in the past for a very long time too, but I never really read the book in German, so that's my challenge one day. I hope I'll be able to read it also in German. And I loved it because, this Oscar Classics edition from Mondadori, it has these fancy covers. You open it and it's like this. Yeah. And you can feel like a child.
Yes, very beautiful.
Yeah. I have a similar one for the Mustard Margarita over there. Yeah. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, I just wanted to show off the book. That's it.
I have the same one, so.
Right. Yeah, I like this series. Yeah, it's a famous one. Right.
But it must be very challenging to read it in German. It's
Yes.
already, I mean, for me, I try to read it in Italian, but it's of course it's an old language, an ancient type of writing, so it's
Yeah,
complicated.
it
And it
is.
must be the same way in Germany. German is already complicated, so I assume old German is even more complicated.
Yeah, well, it's definitely not the Duolingo level. It's something different.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay, so you mentioned that your music is inspired by literature, so also your other albums were inspired by literature. Um, what genre do you like reading, generally speaking?
What kind of book?
Yeah, what kind of books?
I read a bit of everything. I generally read poems or romance and and both from the past, but also contemporary romance. And we got inspired from Faust this time, but maybe in the future we can be inspired from a contemporary romance. It would be a nice proof. I like a lot, for
Well,
example, American writer like David Foster Wallace. Infinite Jest can be a good book to get inspired.
Yeah, that would be very interesting because a lot of metal bands are inspired by literature, that's true, but not so many metal bands are inspired by contemporary literature, modern writers. Maybe Stephen King, that,
Yes.
or also Neil Gaiman, also. Some,
yeah,
yeah, very
I'm a
nerdy.
big fan. I'm a big
Are
fan
you?
of Bill Gates.
Nice,
Yeah, really.
nice. Yeah, I went to. Sorry?
No, I mean I'm pretty much a fantasy reader. I read a lot of sci-fi. Of course, Neil Gaiman is been one of my favorite writers. I devoured American Gods and Neverwhere, another a few other books. But I try to read a bit a bit of everything. Also, a lot of Italian historical literature. So I try to read a little bit of everything.
Right, I see. Yeah, I have some Neil Gaiman's books too over there, up there. Right. Okay. I moved recently to this flat, so it's a bit half empty, but trust me, there are some books over there and on my Kindle. Right. Okay. Okay. Let's speak about your music videos. Who are the actors, the two ladies in your recent music videos?
In the videos, we always try to, if you have seen all the three videos from Faust, we try to tell a story that usually continues onto the next video. So from the first single, Strive, then Nothing Really Matters, and Fly, we have basically the same actors, and the two ladies are two figures, two actresses that represent God and Mephistopheles. So basically, we try to recreate the God and Mephistopheles that are playing against each other. They play chess in the first video, and they are basically this symbolizes that they are playing with Faust's soul. They made a bet on Faust's soul, and the actresses, God is played by Giselle, which is a good friend of us. It's a very good. Um, I think she's a tailor. Am I right, Riccardo?
Yes, it's Taylor. Yes.
She's a tailor, and blonde girl that plays Mephistopheles is Vanessa, which is another good friend of ours, and we thought that they're you know they have a very strong physical appearance. They are very well characterized. So we thought they were very interesting to represent God and Mephistopheles. You see God with this big curly hair. You see the devil with the red eyes and the blonde hair. We thought it would have created like something weird, but also very strong, very strong imagery.
Yeah, right, right. Let's speak about the previous albums. They all diverse, and apart from not only literature-wise but also music-wise, because they include a lot of elements of metal, a lot of metal subgenres. Let's put it this way. Could you tell me how different all the three albums are from each other?
Yes,
Musically.
we started as a classical, I think, power metal band. Our first album can be put in a power metal classic category. So from there we started to evolve and to research our own sound. And with the second album, we started to add some symphonic and some heavier, I think, sound, heavier elements that we taken from heavier and more modern music, like metalcore or like American heavy metal sound. So heavier and contemporary metal. And we started to mix all this together with power metal. And then also the voice of Ivan took us to another dimension of power metal. So we started to get away from the classic power metal of the first album. And in the second album, I think we made a step in this way. So we made a step to a more modern prog and contemporary prog metal. And in the third album, this step is even further because we added synth, much more synth than in the second album. And also we worked a lot on the sounds of guitar and the sound of drums. For the drums, we used a lot of sound of sample sound. So the drums sound more compressed, more modern than in the other albums. And also the guitars. We worked a lot on the guitar with Simone Muraroni, that is our producer in San Marino. Now in Rimini, but in the first two albums, Marino. And we worked a lot with him to have a new sound in the third album. We used a more compressed, more lower, and more aggressive sound for guitars. And I think that the sound of the third album is more aggressive, more compressed, and more modern. And the reaction of the reviews and the fans was very good on this changing because we are not anymore a classical power metal band. We are starting to create our own sound, and I think that people are recognizing this fact.
Yeah, I think it's very
You know,
important. Yeah, Alessio, please.
for me, I mean, for me as a drummer, I'm used to talking in a drummer logic always. So, I mean, in the previous album Wasteland, I basically, when I recorded the drums, I had just joined the band. So basically, I learned parts that were already written. So I didn't really put something myself in it. But in this album, I had the time. We had the time to work a lot, even on the drum parts. And I think a big difference from the previous album, which I think many reviewers have noticed, is that the drums are much heavier, much more. There is a lot more of double bass or very heavy patterns, while previously it was more very classic or very heavy metal, very hard rock style. And I think in this album you really hear a modern metal feel to the whole album.
Yeah. Well, what you guys mentioned, I think, is crucial to stand out because these days the metal scene, or let's say music industry overall, is becoming more and more competitive, and it all comes down to bands' activities on social media and building their own communities. So being able to stand out among other metal bands and prove that you are not just another metal band is really hard work, and yeah, it's really important to do it.
It's a full job. I mean,
It's a full-time job,
easy.
yeah.
It's
It
not
is.
easy. It's challenging. We have to give a lot of time. Of course, we love to give our time doing this, but it's not easy. Definitely not easy.
Not at all. Yeah, and you guys started working on your first album in 2019, and within such a short period of time, you've already released 3 albums, and you're working on the second act of Faust. And well, you were formed as a band just before the pandemic, actually. So, what impact did the pandemic have on your musical activities?
So not so much before the pandemic, because we started the band in as you told in June of the 2019.
Okay, so not just before the pandemic, you had some time to create.
Just 6 months before the
Okay.
pandemic. So we wrote an entire album in that 6 months, and we had to go inside the studio in March 2020. So we were ready to record the first album, and the pandemic came, and we had to stop. We have to completely stop, and this was the effect of the pandemic on our activity. We have to stop with the recording, and we wrote another album. So
In the
we were,
meantime,
yes, yes. We in the meantime that we were ready for the first album, we started to record to write the second album, and it took from April 2020 to April 2021. And in the last part of the writing process came Alessio, and Alessio recorded the second album. So it was a very productive period for us, the pandemic, because we had just started with the band. We had our idea of the band that was to make a our own kind of power prog heavy metal with literature lyrics. So this was our idea, our beginning idea, and we were very focused on it. And so we started to to run and to write a lot. And as soon as the pandemic finished, we recorded the first album in July 2020, as the government restrictions were taken away, and then we finalized in the next month. We finalized the writing of the second album.
Right. Okay, I have a question for Alessio. When you joined in, were you already in other bands?
Yeah. I mean, if you play the drums, especially in Italy, you need to have at least 3 or 4 bands.
That's the reason why I'm asking.
Otherwise, you're not a real drummer. No, I'm kidding. I mean, I was already in the bands. It's not easy in Italy and in the heavy metal scene, find drummers. So there is a very high demand for drummers. So it's not unlikely to a drummer to have more than one band. And basically when I got the call from it was Ivan, the singer, who called me at a certain point, and I had already heard about the band. I knew they had made an album and that they were doing a lot of stuff. So when he called me, I was really excited, because then he told me, "Hey, we are looking for a drummer, and basically we have an album to publish, and we have Hansi Kürsch from Blind Guardian on the album." And I say, "Well, what else do you have to have?" Basically, you said Hansi Kürsch, and I'm already in the band.
Right. Yeah. I have a couple.
You thought about the question 2 or 3 days. We were waiting for you 2 or 3 days.
I have a couple of questions about your collaborations, but let's speak about them later. Yeah. Yes, Alessio, please.
No, I mean, I was already sold when they even first talked to me, but I wanted to take the part of the guy that is, a bit, he's acting like more than he is.
You sold your soul. Sounds very Goethe.
Yeah.
Right. But you mentioned that drummers in Italy are in high demand. Is that because there is such a deficiency, the lack of drummers, or is it because it's very difficult to find a really good, talented drummer that would be suitable for metal?
No, I mean, there are a lot of drummers in Italy. Of course, if you want to play at, I wouldn't say I'm a professional, but if you want to play at a professional or semi-professional level, I mean, you need to be very good. You need to have a lot of experience. So it's not easy to find people with good experience on the drums. And I mean, I don't think it's an Italy problem only. It's the drums. It's not exactly, how can I say, a very easy to play instrument. Not because of the complexity, but because of the logistics of having the drums at your own house, having the space to set up your drums, having maybe the patience from your neighbors and your everyone that lives around you that lets you play the drums. When I was a teenager, I lived in a small village in Marche, and luckily we were in the countryside, and I could play for an entire afternoon without people bothering me. But it's not the same. I mean, for people who live in a city, unless you have an electronic drum kit or something like that, it's very hard.
Yeah, I see. There is a lot of work behind the scenes, and what really annoys me sometimes is that fans don't always appreciate drummers. Drummers tend to be really underrated because you guys you're usually somewhere behind, and even when fans take photos, you are not seen there. You're always behind.
We
You're
are
always
never we are never in the pictures. When there is
yeah,
a
but no drama, no band, right?
yeah, there is a saying that says every band is as good as the drum.
Yeah.
I mean,
Even
if you have a good drummer, you have a good chance of being a good band.
yeah,
If you don't have a good
definitely.
drummer, you don't even start.
Yeah. Even what was the name of the band? I think it was Van Canto, the a cappella band. But they still have had the drama, right?
Yeah,
They
yeah,
would sing a
yes,
cappella,
yes,
but the drama was there. You can't replace the drama with a voice. Well,
yes.
yeah, right. Okay, okay. So that was about drummers. Um, and just a couple of more questions about your videos. Um, you guys have made a lot of music videos, and I've noticed that they are also connected to each other. So, like the ones that you've recently released, and also from the previous albums. And honestly, when I was watching them for the first time, I got a little confused because YouTube doesn't suggest them in the correct order. So you really need to follow the storyline to understand it properly and to enjoy it properly. Um, but anyway, they look like a film, and I think it's an amazing idea. Who came up with such an idea?
It's Ivan, the singer that is in charge of thinking the concept of the videos, and he's very good at this because he has many ideas and many ideas of on how to link the video one to each other. It's very complex to do this thing, and also to project the filming session to do all the video because, for example, the three video that we made for Faust Act 1 and also for the Faust Act 2, because we already filmed the story for the second act. So there will be three more video for the second act, and we already filmed the story. So
Oh, you've already made the videos for the second one.
no, not all the video, but the story.
Just a story.
The
Mhm.
story. So the story of the act.
This is how much Ivan is focused on the video. He has a theatrical background, so he knows a lot about scenes and everything. And actually, he planned the sessions for these three Faust videos that he managed to include also footage for the future three videos, which is crazy if you think about it, but it's also very efficient.
Yes, it's crazy. It's crazy because he planned all the six video story and all the six video filming session. So in almost 3 days, we filmed all the story. And as you have told, it seems like a film because he made the concept that obviously depends on the lyrics of the music, but he made the concept of the video for all the six videos, and so it's a very complex thing to do, and we are lucky to have Ivan that that
Oh,
think about this matter because he's very good at this.
yeah, but it must be also very expensive to produce so many videos and such high quality videos.
This is another thing in which Ivan is very good because he's a commercial in his life, so he's a in his professional life is a commercial guy, so he's very good um, at carrying the cost of everything. So he's good at projecting the videos and all the recording session, but is also good in caring about all the costs. And when we make this plan, we always make also a business plan with all the costs. So we have all the costs under our eye, and everything is clear before starting the work. Yes, it's not an easy job to do. It's a second work.
Of course.
And we divide our job in the band uh, depending on our characteristic. Ivan is good at social, is good at making video. Alessio is good at playing drums, and also in in the commerce, he take care of many things. And I'm good at the music. So everyone has his job in inside the band, and we are like a factory.
You work as a team.
Yes.
Yeah. Right. And how do you choose locations for your videos? Is it also Ivan who takes care of that part?
Well, the main ideas always come from Ivan. Of course, the locations also are very, you know, very important for the outcome of the video. So we choose a lot of very interesting locations for these videos. In the first video Strive, we played in the central square of an ancient medieval town in our province, which is called Castelfranco, and we loved it not only because it's from our region, but also because, of course, there is a space when we could play over the chessboard, and which was absolutely perfect for the Faust concept. And the second video, Nothing Really Matters, was made in a, actually it's a very peculiar, I would say it's a restaurant near Ferrara, which is called the Rifugio degli Artisti, and basically it's a very strange restaurant because they have three different rooms. One is hell, one is purgatory, one is heaven, and they have this very particular furniture. They are decorated in a very weird way, which is fantastic. And the last video was filmed in a studio with you see everything white. It's actually a studio that was designed to make us musicians appear like we are playing in a white void. But it's actually a room with a round shape, very strange and very cool to play in.
Yeah, how interesting. Yeah, right. Okay, so that's about the locations. Well, I also think, well, I've said that also to other bands who appeared here, but you guys are lucky because if you live in Italy, you already have, yeah, you have room for fancy videos. Yeah,
Yeah, there's a
right.
lot of cool locations.
Yeah. So let's speak about collaborations now. Some great musicians appear in your songs and videos too. And within the 5 years of your existence as a band, you've collaborated with so many amazing metal musicians, including Hansi Kürsch. How do you guys reach out to them? What do you do?
We had in the first album Zach Stevens from Savatage. In the second album, we had Hansi Kürsch and Tom Englund from Evergrey. And in the last album, we had James LaBrie from Dream Theater. And we had also other guests in the first album that is more local, like Fabio Dessi, Alessio Scoletti, or the great Ale
Alessandro
Conti,
Conti.
Guido Benedetti from Trick or Treat. And we started in the first album with the guests. That the first album was full of guests because we had four different guests, and we thought that we would need some help to promote the album. So we searched for so many guests to have a promotion and to have also an help from these guests with the writing and with the mixing and with the production of the album. So we had a very strong help that came from this guest. In the second album, the things went in a completely different way because from the first album to the second, between the two albums, we won the Blind Guardian contest, and then we met Hansi Kürsch because the Blind Guardian contest prize was to have a video call with the Blind Guardian, and during the video call with the Blind Guardian, we asked to Hansi to sing in our album, and he said yes. He said yes, and we were very glad. But we continued to ask him this thing, and he was very a gentleman because he was really full of work for his own album, the Blind Guardian album, but he found the time to sing for our song, so we are very glad of this. And when Alessio came in the band, we just had the Hansi Kürsch part, so we were sure that he was he was in the song Wasteland, and we are very glad of this because when the part of Hansi arrived, we we were out of ourselves. We went crazy.
Right. Yeah, I've heard of your participation to their Imagination Song Contest, but could you please tell also the viewers a little bit more, just maybe briefly, about the contest for someone who doesn't know about it? What was it?
Yes, we knew about the contest by Instagram, and when we knew about the contest, it was too late because the limit for subscribing to the contest was I think 2 days later. So we hadn't the
How
time.
was the deadline?
Yes, the
Okay, you passed. Oh, right, I see.
deadline was too near to
Weeks, a couple of days earlier.
yeah.
You discovered that after the deadline.
Not after, but
2 days before.
Okay, so you had very little time.
yes, but it wasn't enough because in 2 days you can't record a song and also a video and put all together. So you have not the time to do everything. But luckily, Blind Guardian decided to postpone the deadline of 1 month. So we had the time to record our version of Bright Eyes. We worked a lot to record in only 1 month the song and also the video. And then we put it together, and it was a success. There was there were three steps in the contest. The first step was Blind Guardian choice. They choose, I think, 100 bands, yes, from the total of videos that came. And then there was the second step that was the public voting on the videos. And then the final step was another Blind Guardian choice. And luckily, they choose us. So
Yeah. Wow.
on how it works.
And you mentioned that you met Hansi Kürsch in person. So was there something like a ceremony in person, or how come that you met him?
The prize for the contest, we did not meet in person. We just made a video call with him.
Ah, okay.
I mean, I wasn't there, but the whole Blind Guardian crew made a call with Stranger Vision. But luckily, a few months later, basically, Blind Guardian came to play in Italy at a big festival near Verona, and Hansi basically told us, guys, this is the chance to meet us. So they gave us free tickets to go on in the backstage, and we went there, and he welcomed us with hugs, and the whole band was there. And I mean, for me, which I grew up with Blind Guardian music. I mean, since I was a kid, I have all their albums here.
You were well prepared for the chat today.
It was unbelievable. I was about to cry. Best day of my life.
But you were, wow! How exciting! Yeah.
Yeah, and they're very down to earth people. Very, very funny. Very easy to get going. Yeah.
And in the end, what was it like to work with him?
It was great. He just sent us 3 or 4 mail about the song, but he went inside the charter because obviously he interpreted a charter. We choose a very charter that fit on him because he interpreted the blind clairvoyance, so it's almost similar to the Blind Guardian of this band. So he went in his character very well. He wanted to understand the lyrics, and he wanted to fit the character very well. And then he asked something about the music, something about the lyrics, something about the line of vocals, and then he sent the audio file, and that was great. When we received the audio file, we were very happy. We were very excited because the first time that we received it was just great. We had nothing to say about them.
Right.
And we casually in one of the discussion with him, we basically tried to ask him, would you be down to making also video? Maybe with a green screen of yourself singing a song. And he said, well, let's see, because I have a lot of things to do. I don't know. And basically, a few days before we had finished the Wasteland video, he sent us the footage that he made by himself for our video. I mean, he is a very busy person, but he found the time to do it for us. And it was just, amazing.
Incredible, yeah. He seems a very easygoing guy. I don't know, but from what you
Yeah.
are saying, guys, and from other collaborations, because he's collaborated also with other bands,
Yes.
he seems very approachable, right?
Yes, he's
Yes,
very
totally.
friendly, a very humble person. It's incredible because you expect to encounter a famous person that you listen till you are a teenager, and you encounter a humble person, a very humble person, and very friendly, very disposable. So it was weird. It was weird because we weren't prepared of this situation. When we met Hansi for the first time in Verona, we didn't know what to say because we was in this room with the Blind Guardian.
You were starstruck.
Yeah, but it was very good in making us comfortable. I mean, we entered the room and we were like terrified, like, oh, what are we going to say? We will look stupid because we don't know what to say. But he drove the conversation, and of course also Andre, Marcus, the other guys from La Guardian, they were there. And they were so friendly. They started chatting with us. It, it was very natural.
Yeah, right. Yeah, well, I'd love to interview Hansi one day. I have a lot of questions for him. Well, I just think that the world needs to know about people like Hansi and yeah, breaking certain stereotypes about metal music too. Yeah. Right. Okay. Should we expect more collaborations in the future?
Maybe. We are thinking about a new collaboration for the fourth album, but we don't like to to speak about this because we are not asked to the person yet. So
Okay, okay.
it can be quite different in comparison to the first three album and the first three guests. So it will be a different kind of collaboration. So maybe not metal.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. Well, speaking about non-metal collaborations, I've never seen you play live, guys, but I've heard that you've had some dancers on stage. Is it true?
It's true. It's true.
I'm just trying to picture that because I can imagine belly dancers at our Oriental metal concert, but I've never seen it. I'm not sure I could find any live footage on YouTube or anywhere.
I think there is some live footage anywhere, somewhere.
Okay.
I think
I think.
on the YouTube channel we have a video with the dancers.
On
Yes.
your YouTube channel. Okay, okay.
Yeah, I mean, last year or 2 years ago, at the release party of Wasteland, we played in a small theater. I mean, it was in Modena, so we played for our friends and families, and we wanted to make something special. So we called a few guests to try to make something visual, and of course we had collaborated with this dancing group from some of our previous videos. So we called them. It was unusual, I have to say, but it did work.
Okay. So more dancers in the future on stage.
We had also
You know,
we made also a video that was Moonshield. It is a cover band from In Flames, a cover song from In Flames, and it's a cover that we made before the first album because it was during the pandemic time. So
Okay.
we made it cover in that time, and in the video we called a dancer that is the main character of the video, and is this dancer that has a school in Modena, and we call her and her students on the stage. It was a good performance, a different one.
Yeah, definitely. Very particular. Okay. And any upcoming shows? One is tomorrow, isn't it?
yes, tomorrow we are playing again in Modena. It's our release party for Faust, and it's gonna be, for us to play at home is always nice because, of course, we have all our fan base is going to be there. And then we have, before the end of the year, we will have just only another one show in Ljubljana, in Slovenia. We will play with a group, with a band of friends from Slovenia called Space Unicorn on Fire,
Okay.
which of course they are great, and not only because of the name, which is absolutely amazing. And then we have a lot of stuff for 2025 because we have announced a few days ago we will embark on a tour throughout Germany and Switzerland with Brainstorm and Harion. So this is going to be something very big for us. For us, it's probably the first real, very professional tour that we are going to make. And then we are cooking something else for the following months. So 2025 will definitely be a very active year for playing for Stranger Vision.
Right. Lots of
We also
exciting
have
stuff.
we also have the live with Sirius Black in Bologna.
Oh yes,
I don't remember the date.
it's 19 March, my birthday.
Oh, okay.
No, it's my birthday. So
Yeah,
we can celebrate with Mario.
yeah.
Right. Well, I am excited for you guys. So hope everything goes according to plan.
Thank you very much.
We are coming to the end. And since you are from Emilia Romagna, and Emilia Romagna is famous for food, delicious food, I thought I would prepare something nice. No, not food, but the questions about food. Okay. So you have to choose between two. Okay, you need to make a choice. For
Okay.
example, which would you choose? Now I'm going to pronounce the words in Italian, so please forgive me. Okay, tagliatelle tradizionali o tortellini di Castelfranco?
Well, it was perfect.
I practiced, I rehearsed.
Obviously, tortellini, tortellini, because I feel I live in Reggio Emilia, but I feel like a Modenese. So for Modenese, the top of the top is tortellini. So
Okay,
I can say tagliatelle.
for you,
I
Alessio.
I will go for tagliatelle because I live in Bologna, which is, the capital of spaghetti alla bolognese, which basically spaghetti alla bolognese do not exist. Spaghetti alla bolognese are tagliatelle alla bolognese, which is tagliatelle with meat sauce, and I cannot. I will be banned from Bologna if you say otherwise.
Right, okay. And then pumpkin cappellacci from Ferrara or lasagne?
Oh, difficult question. Very
Tough
difficult
choice.
question.
Well, for me, it's very easy. It's pumpkin cappellacci because my wife is from Ferrara. So again, I must say cappellacci.
To be safe.
Yeah.
Pumpkin cappellacci is are very good in only in a month in this month
Yeah.
of the year because there are the pumpkins that are very good, but in the rest of the year I would say lasagne.
Right. Well, speaking about pumpkin, since I live in Lombardy, I had pumpkin risotto for lunch today.
Very
Yeah.
good.
It's a,
Yeah, but I put
it's
too
a,
much
it's a
wine into it when I was cooking it. Oops. Okay.
Good alcohol risotto.
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't too bad actually, but it was strange. Okay. Next one. Gnocco fritto or scarpazzone?
I don't know scarpazzone. I know very much gnocco fritto,
gnocco.
so I have
Yes,
to
me too.
gnocco
Me
fritto.
too. Me too. It's something that you have to try once.
Yeah,
It's greasy. It's greasy. It's
but
heavy.
it's
But you
worth
need
it.
to try
Yeah.
it.
You have to eat it in for the lunch because if you eat it for the dinner, you don't fall asleep till the morning.
Well, I've had
Very
it
good.
for aperitivo, so 6 o'clock time, six,
Oh,
7. The aperitivo
okay.
time. There is no
You,
aperitivo without gnocco fritto.
you still have time to process it.
Yeah, exactly. Both mentally and to digest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Um, Passatelli in brodo or anolini di Parma?
Oh, I think another tough question. It's not easy to decide, but I think that I will go with Passatelli because agnolotti is like our tortelloni, but with meat,
Uh-huh.
and Passatelli is more bolognese or uh, ro- ro- I don't know what is the English word for Romagnolo.
Uh, no idea.
Yeah.
When it comes to less common Italian names, I'm not sure there is the equivalent. Like Milano is Milan, and
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. I would say
Roma is
Passatelli as
Rome.
well.
Passatelli.
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 Okay, okay. And the last one, I think the easiest one this time. Piadina or erbazzone?
Oh. No,
What
it's,
is this?
It's not
Oh,
easy.
sorry.
Not easy.
not easy.
Not easy at all.
Oh, okay. I would choose Piadina, I think.
Well, I would say Piadina because it's more, it's more international. It's more common. I mean, from where I come from, I'm not from Emilia Romagna originally, but in Marche you can easily find Piadina food. It's something I grew up with, so I choose Piadina.
I don't know what to choose because for the summer, surely Piadina because it's a light lunch. It's something that you can eat at lunch very easily. But erbazzone for the winter is the best. Is the best as a snack, lunch. So, I don't know.
Aperitivo, yeah. Yeah.
I will go with the erbazzone in the winter and Piadina in the summer.
Okay, okay, deal, deal.
Okay.
Right, okay. And in market, I know you guys have really good salami, which is the one that you can spread on a slice of bread. What is it called?
Oh my God.
Uh,
Uh, yeah, the ciauscolo.
Tuscolo, yeah, right.
Yes.
Yeah, I
yes.
love it.
Never heard.
I'm very proud of it.
I'm surprised that it's not famous all over Italy.
Yeah, it's not very famous, but it's it's very soft kind of salami that
Yeah.
as you said, it's so soft that you can spread it like it was like a sauce, and it's unbelievable. It has herbs inside, and
And it
I
melts
should
in
stop
the mouth.
talking about.
We want to try
Yeah.
this.
Riccardo, you're missing out a lot in this life.
Never heard about this salami. How is possible?
Next time I go to market, I will bring to the rehearsal.
Right,
You have
guys.
to
Well,
bring you have to bring to the shows.
yeah, backstage, backstage food. Right. Well, guys, thank you so much. I really hope to see you live one day, play live one day, and yeah, whenever it might be, wherever it might be, and I hope that there will be a lot of food from Emilia Romagna and Ciuscolo from Marche. Let's drink to Italian metal and Italian food.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Thank you too.
It was a very nice time with you, and thank you to having us.
Thank you, guys. Thanks indeed.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Time is mine, the race just a blind.